Hey, what I want to just show people today is how I build a soffit. What we've done here is we've revented the dryer so that it no longer goes up in the attic. But what I'm doing is just building this soffit out of furring strips. It's nothing structural, so you don't have to buy 2x4s or 2x8s or anything to build this with. I've already snapped the line. I'm just going to screw a furring strip to the wall above that line and just screw one furring strip to the ceiling. And then I'm going to actually use my drywall as the framing material. But it's kind of a neat little trick, which I'm going to show you right now. Right here you can see where I snapped the line on the ceiling. And I snapped the line on the wall. Here I'm lucky the ceiling joists go this way, perpendicular to the furring strip, so I don't have to use any adhesive. I can just screw right into the ceiling joists. If there were not any ceiling joists there, I would use some construction adhesive and just screw through the furring strip into the drywall. And then once that adhesive set up, it would be plenty solid enough. What I've done here is I've attached a furring strip to the wall above the line and to the ceiling behind the line with drywall screws. I use 2-inch drywall screws. I found the studs and the ceiling joists using a stud finder. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I have the furring attached to the ceiling and to the wall. And what I've done is I've cut strips of drywall about 10 inches wide. That's the height of this bottom furring strip. So I'm going to attach to the top, I'm going to attach this piece of drywall to the top furring strip. Okay, what I have here is I have the face of the soffit fastened to that top furring strip. Now I'm going to attach the furring strip behind this drywall. So I just screw right through the drywall into the furring strip. All right, so I got the face piece of drywall secured to the top, and I got this furring strip along the back. Now what I've done is I've cut a strip of drywall the width of the bottom of the soffit. So actually I snapped a line on the ceiling that was 10 inches away from the wall. So I ripped my drywall 10¼ inches to allow a little bit for the thickness of the drywall here. And now I just fasten this. Going to fasten it along the bottom, along the back. Now I can make little adjustments on the front because I actually want a little bit of a break here because I cut the drywall about 1/4 inch short. So I pulled this out with my left hand. You can see that moving. I pulled it out so it's 1/4. Put the screws in. can already see how nice and solid that is. And because it's not a structural soffit, we're not going to be hanging cabinets or anything off of it, it's plenty strong enough to hide these pipes. All right, I've got all the drywall hung, and I just attached my corner bead. Now I'm ready to put a coat of joint compound and tape over it, and in a couple days this will be all ready to go. I'm just going to do a short overview of what I've done here. We have a vent pipe for the dryer that we came through the floor and out the house. Then we had to box that in. So what I did was I snapped a line about 10 inches from the wall, from this wall on the ceiling, and then I attached a furring strip next to that line. And I came 10 inches down and put another furring strip. So I have a furring strip on the ceiling and one on the wall. And then I hung this piece of drywall, which I cut about 10 inches wide, attached it to the furring strip along the ceiling. So I did that whole piece along this soffit, and then I put a furring strip behind this piece of drywall and fastened through the drywall into that furring strip along this whole edge. So that gave me something to attach this bottom piece of drywall to. So now I cut the bottom piece about 10¼ inches, which allowed for the thickness of this drywall here. And I attached it to the back furring strip, and then I started screwing it to this furring strip hidden behind here. And I attached it to the furring strip behind here. So this edge, once it's attached, creates a nice solid soffit. So it's really very simple. Just done with 3 furring strips and drywall. And of course I coated it with a piece of corner bead, and now I'm hiding it with joint compound. But the whole point is how simple this was to do, and I didn't need to buy any heavier material than just furring strips. So there you go, really nice, simple way.